That's lukewarm. So yeah, anyway, I finally saw Tool live, which was amazing. I really appreciated that I didn't have to wait like 13 years for them to stop by again in my country. Because the last time they were here, I didn't really listen to them, and I just like started listening to them on YouTube here with you guys. You can go check out my playlists and all that stuff, all my videos. Um, and the last time they were here, I didn't listen to them, so I must have saw that they were coming here, but I didn't really listen to them, so yeah, I didn't see them then. But now, I think that they came here when they came here the last time. They hadn't been here in like, I don't know, 13 years, 12 years or something, like a really long time. So yeah, it was a very pleasant surprise that they decided to do another Europe tour, and that I got to see them on like such a short notice, like after I started listening to them. Unfortunately, I missed Porcupine Tree. I started listening to them like right when they passed by here, so I saw like, damn, they played here in Stockholm, and I was like, while I was like listening to them to like the like magnum opus, In Absentia. I was like listening to that, and then I saw some live videos of them playing in Stockholm. I was like, damn it, I missed it. But anyway, I saw Tool live, and I think their tour is finished now. But I'm gonna say it anyway. This video will contain setlist spoilers. I don't think they really switch up their setlist a lot, at least not in the last like 5 years or so. So how much of this that like really is a spoiler, it's up for debate. But anyway, was amazing. I went into the arena, sat down, and waited, and the what's it called? The support act. They were an instrumental band called the Night Versus, and mainly play like instrumental music, or they just played instrumental music. I see how Tool wanted to have them on the tour, because I could see the parallels, in their music. So yeah, they were cool. But then Tool went on, and they started with the Third Eye intro, dun 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 dun, the heartbeat. Unfortunately, not with the Bill Hicks commentary intro or the bit he did. But then they went straight into freaking Jambi, which is one of my favorite songs, especially at the moment. Yeah, so that was amazing. A very good intro song, I think, to sort of get the crowd pumped up with the fast guitar riffs and whatever. Yeah, also I remember like during the first when he sang the first line, the whole arena was like singing it with him. So it was very cool to hear the whole arena here from the King's Mountain View. But yeah, and also everyone stood up during the whole concert. I don't know if that's like the norm, but that's what people did. Um, and yeah, so then they played Jambi, which is one of my favorite songs. Like I said, they played like a lot of my favorite songs, quite a few. My favorite songs by Tool. And then they launched into Fear Inoculum, which was great. Very cool song, preceded by Maynard's little, take a trip with us, sort of speech, and don't use your phones. That was amazing, great visuals, and all that, great sound. And after Fear Inoculum, they went into Rosetta Stone, which is also one of my favorite songs. Preceded by some form of Lost Keys bit, not the whole thing, but sort of an intro. And then they went to Numa, which was amazing. And then they went to Intolerance, which is from Undertow. and that was great. And I remember like there were like a lot of red on the screen because it was the Undertow logo or the album artwork was there, but I also remember, I think at least there was more like animations and stuff, like as usual, but a lot of redness. And then they played, I might sort of mess up the order a little bit, but they played Descending, and then they played, yeah, then they played Schism or Schism, whatever. I've heard people pronounce it differently. And then The Grudge, and that was probably it for the main set. 15-minute intermission, and then they went into, I think they did Intolerance. Did I say Invincible? Or did I say Intolerance? I don't know. They played Invincible anyway, preceded by Culling Voices intro. They did Flood, I think. They played Chocolate Chip Trip, but I think Chocolate Chip Trip was first in the encores. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, Chocolate Chip Trip, then Flood, then Invincible, then Negative Ions, played on tape. The last song was Stinkfist, which it usually is nowadays. And they let you film that song. I think Stinkfist is probably want to say the weakest song in this set list. I mean, played live, you know, like compared to Rosetta Stone and everything, it's like, yeah, Stinkfist is pretty simple in comparison. Then I could see like they let people film that because it's one of their most popular songs, but it's cool nevertheless. And yeah, I think it was a very good set list. And would I change it? Like for me, I'm just satisfied with having seen them live, like at all. But if I was like, you know, hardcore Tool fan or whatever you want to say, I probably would wanted more deep cuts. And yeah, why not I understand this is pretty much a whole different sort of thing, you know, Tool versus whatever. But like, do a bit like Metallica, you know, switch up the set list like every night. I know that's pretty hard for most or some bands to do. I mean, you know, it depends. Like a band of Tool's caliber is like, yeah, their songs are pretty awesome, but also pretty complex. So you really wanna have it all nailed, and like screwing up the order and, you know, like practicing different songs is like, you know, could be a pretty hard thing to do. And also like maybe they just want to be structured, you know, sort of have this set list. But yeah, the best song overall on this gig, I think, was, I mean, I liked Rosetta Stone. Very good visual effects also during that one. Jambi was cool. Descending also, which is probably my favorite song from them right now. The Grudge is also very good. I mean, one favorite song I'll probably have to go with Rosetta Stone. You know, that's a very cool one. So yeah, the band was great, the show was great, everything was great, except for one thing which kind of ruined the whole freaking thing for me. I have to sort of tell you about it. But first, I think Tool's crowd may be a bit more autistic or something than other crowds, because like a whole full arena, you went past a lot of people listening to them and stuff like that, but like nobody like said a thing to me, which is pretty weird because usually at concerts for me there's at least like one guy, more often than not a lot of people, comes up and just speaks to me, you know. That felt pretty weird because like there was just one guy actually that said, "Yeah, you got a nice shirt," and I had an OPEF shirt on, not this, but I had this Sorceress shirt on, and yeah, so he complimented this shirt, and I was like sort of surprised, like, oh yeah, thank you, man, thank you. Um, but other than that, like, I don't know, nobody said a thing to me, which I thought was pretty weird. Like, not that I expect people to talk to me, but you know, that's usually what happens. Whether they're intoxicated or not, it's usually some people at least that comes up and talks to me. And yeah, I also bought some merch, so gotta show you this one here, which is, I think they're very like universal. I think it's the Europe tour for this leg of Fear Inoculum, I think. So really cool t-shirt. Costs a lot though. And this, which is specific to Stockholm. Ah shit. It says Stockholm. So yeah, both of these cost approximately $110, which was worth it for me, I think. I didn't get the specific artwork for the show. That was cool as well, but you know, that cost $100 to get. I mean, I could afford it, but you know, I was like, nah, I wanna save some money, man. It was an amazing experience. The band was on point, everything. Great sort of mini psychedelic experience. But yeah, the one thing that freaking bothered me, to say the least, I don't understand some people at concerts, man. So I just saw a Reddit post like talking about this before, which I don't know where. I assume it was somewhere in Europe. I don't know, London maybe. I don't know. I didn't check that, but the Reddit post that I read said, like, I thank you, like the drunk person, like fucking ruining everything. And also I can take this off, I think. I didn't even listen to stuff. So, yeah, there was, unfortunately, I just had to be, like, sit beside two drunken people. Two drunk people. Which, I don't know, I didn't see anyone else being that drunk, but those people. So I had to, like, sit beside them because he's seated, of course. But everyone stood up after they came on. So I stood there. I got to hear the whole Jambi, the full Jambi song, without those drunken people, which was amazing. So that alone makes it worth it. Fucking one Tool song for $150. Yeah, it's worth it to me. But yeah, so then after like Jambi, these two fucking drunken northern freaking fat people, stupid, you know, I don't even know why do people like I get like sort of having a few beers before a concert, but a Tool show, like, why would you be drunk and see Tool? You might as well be drunk fucking at home, you know? Well, of course, Tool is great, but like, you don't want to be drunk on a Tool show. Like, maybe have a few beers if you can handle that. I could get that. Personally, I wouldn't do that. I would be sober, just taking the whole experience, you know, like I was. But I don't understand being drunk at a Tool show. Why? At a show like that, like, it's like watching an opera, getting drunk and like screaming. And that's exactly what they did. They fucking screamed in my ear all the fucking time. And like, okay, so they came like after Jambi, and then they like stood beside me, and I don't know how. They like, okay, I stood here, they stood here, or there was two people, one there, and then like managed to like bump into me all the time. You know, like, and then, then after a while, the dude was like, hey, man, sorry for bumping into you all the time. And I was like surprised, like, what, you realized that you were doing that? So I was like, oh no, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine. Okay, yeah. And then they like, I don't know, it seemed pretty chill, but then they still kept on doing it. And also like freaking, okay, so each time a good guitar riff came on, they were like fucking waving their hands around, like they had to like, I don't know why. Like, mind you, I was standing here, like a couple of inches away from them, and they were like, just had to wave their sweaty fucking gross arm in my face. I don't know. I had to like fucking bob and weave.
Alright, don't get mad. Bob and weave.
Like, I don't know. Like, they're supposed to be grown as people. I don't want to be like, you know, hey man, don't do that. So, I don't know. I had to like sort of avoid that stuff a bit. And then I had to like sort of, yeah, like I said, scream all the time. So I had to like fucking protect my ear. It's just me. I don't want to get fucking hearing damage, you know. I'm a producer, sort of. I want to keep my hearing. So, and also the beer burps and the fucking farts. I don't know how. Like that fucking, I was so mad after this. I was like, you know, all those fucking burps and farts. Like the body is trying to detoxify the poison, and the poison is you. So they're like, I don't know. The body just desperately don't want any of that, you know. Which is themselves, you know, like I said. But yeah, anyway, I had to sort of keep up with that for a bit. And then, I don't know, somehow it just got progressively worse. Somehow, even though they didn't drink anything for these, like, I don't know, 2 hours they were there, I think. Or something. They didn't drink anything, but somehow it got progressively worse. They got more drunk even though they didn't drink anything. Like, I don't know, I understand if they got fucking dehydrated. But you know, they got more annoying, more drunk, everything. As time went on. It was fucking unbelievable. And then like, yeah, eventually they started fucking, like, okay, I'm gonna try to explain this. So, the guy, okay, they were here, right? And I don't know if they switched seats or something, I don't know. Anyway, they were here, I was here, and to the right of me were like the whole freaking arena, other than us, were normal people, right? So the guy standing here, he went to, I don't know, the bathroom or, I don't know, grab a snack, I don't know. And so then I thought, well, great. I can move there a little bit and like probably avoid those freaking drunk people. But no, I moved one seat because he wasn't there. And then they somehow even, they started to fucking bump into me anyway. They fucking moved with me. I don't fucking know how. How can it be so fucking stupid? This is a fucking drunk, fucking alcohol poisoning the brain. So, yeah, I stood there. And I can explain why I didn't do anything, but first I have to explain the whole fucking thing. And then the guy came back, right? So then he wanted to obviously be at his seat. So yeah, I was walking back to my seat, which was like, you know, a couple of inches, or like half a meter, half a meter, and I just walked back casually, like just like that. I didn't push anyone or anything. I just walked back, and that somehow triggered their fucking Neanderthal brains, right? So anyway, I moved back just casually, and the guy got fucking pissed, like fucking annoying. So yeah, I went back, and it was like, oh. Then he went like very defensive. So he was like, okay, this is my seat. You stand there. This is my seat. This is my area of being. You know. I was like, yeah, sounds cool. Sounds good to me. But I don't know when this was. This was during descending. Yeah, this was during descending. Which It's horrible because Descending, as I said, is one of my favorite songs from Tool. Probably my favorite song at the moment from them. So it's like, oh, this is my city, this is my area. You can be there, yeah, cool, yeah. And he said that fucking 5 times over the next, I don't know, half an hour or an hour, you know. So I was like, yeah, it's cool, man, it's cool. And but they fucking kept going. They fucking still bumped into me. Maybe not as much, but they still went on with this fucking their fucking hands in my face or arms in my face, arm, you know, the fucking sweat-filled fucking gross arm in my face, which I didn't want in my fucking face. And then they let me get back here. They kept screaming, and they fucking ruined the grudge for me because they had to fucking scream. I couldn't hear fucking Maynard. I had to go like this. Like I didn't want fucking hearing damage. Still, they kept fucking going, and oh man, they're so stupid. They kept just be annoying ass pricks, and then during the intermission, they were like, after he's already said like 4 times that this is my area, you be there, yeah. Fucking borderline threatening me, like, you know, once, like, I don't think he was very serious, but it was like, yeah, don't come over here. If you come over here, then it's gonna end badly. And I just thought to myself, yeah, it's gonna end badly. It's gonna end badly for who? Like, what the fuck, why are you threatening me? And these are 2, like, fat people. Like, I don't know, not 400-pound fat, but, you know, close to. Yeah, it's like, you know, why the fuck are they threatening me? They're 2 drunk fat people. I'm a twig, you know, in comparison. But during the intermission, they fucking tried to talk to me. Sure, I just complained that people at Tool concerts didn't talk to me. But these was such fucking annoying ass people. They were like, first of all, they asked, hey, are you speaking Swedish? Are you Swedish? Like, they had like talked to me already throughout the whole fucking concert. And they didn't know that I understood them. But anyway, they were like talking during the intermission because everybody sat down and stuff. They're like, hey, where are you from? And at that point, I didn't fucking bother to answer them at all, because like, okay, these people have been fucking screaming in my face, putting their hands against my face, touching me and everything, fucking bumping into me, you know, everything. They ruined the concert for me. Then they tried to casually talk to me. Like, I understand also that they're drunk, so they don't understand shit, you know. But they tried to talk to me about like casual stuff. I was like, yeah, I didn't answer them. Fortunately, they went away during Chocolate Chip Trip, I think, or during Flood. Went up and left, probably left for a kebab, which they, yeah, I have never seen anyone as excited for a freaking kebab as those people. So they were so freaking excited. Yeah, that's a great idea though. Yeah, come on, we need to get a kebab. But I'm swearing a lot. I got like Flood and Invincible and Stinkfist also. But at that point, the whole vibe was ruined. But still, it was cool to not have them around for those songs. So, why didn't I do anything? Well, I went through a couple scenarios in my head. First of all, I looked for a security guard. There was none nearby. So, I don't know, like, I thought at Tool shows there would be security guards everywhere, but there wasn't at this show. At least not where we were. Like, a bit back, you know. But anyway, yeah, there was no security guard nearby, for most of the time at least. So then I went through a couple of scenarios in my head. So, you know, I gotta be honest, if I'm gonna try to talk to them, it's probably, there is a big chance it's gonna end up in a fight. Like, not from me, really, but like two drunken, stupid people. Of course they're gonna, you know, and also they were like stupid drunks. Like when I sort of get drunk, I get like funny drunk, you know, because that sort of depends on what you are as a person, what kind of person you are. But these people, they were like, I would assume they could be the kind of people to fucking, you know, start a fight. Like very much so. They get like stupid drunk. They get stupid when they're drunk, you know. Or yeah, of course, they are most likely fucking stupid people. Anyway, like I noticed that I am still holding back in this video. Like I was like angry after this at those freaking people. But yeah. Anyway, I went through a couple of scenarios. Like I said, if I would like, you know, speak up to them, it's probably gonna end up in a fight. Because also like, you know, when they're threatening me and stuff like that, like I don't really take that lightly. Even though I like held off on my anger, I tried to, you know, during that time. I wanted to be like the Jedi in that situation, but I wasn't. But you know, I wanted to just like let it go, you know. I also went through the scenario in my head, like if I were to like I probably should have just went out, or you know, like in between the seats and like you know where people walk. I probably should have just stood there or on the side of the seats, and then as a security guard came, I would just have to explain the situation. That would probably be the most sensible thing to do. But also, I just also like went through like how like strict it is at tool shows. You have to be at your seat, you know, maybe. So then I would have to get back at the seat, and also if I would just explain the situation, like there's two stupid drunk people there, the guards would probably just, well, I don't think they would be kicked out, but if they would be kicked out, then they would probably just like, you know, refuel and then wait for me at the outside the arena, because like there wasn't a lot of security guards and stuff outside the arena, of course, and they would probably like wait for me there and like, you know, more intoxicated, sort of maybe fight me. But yeah, and I also like I don't want to really want to fight people, because I don't want, especially in that situation, I don't want to get thrown out of the fucking Tool concert. So I don't want to fight anyone there. But also I don't want to get in trouble with the law for fighting. That's such a stupid thing to do. And also, you know, I don't like fighting in general. But also there are two alcoholic people. They just might, you know, against me, you know. Yeah, I don't know. That ruined the whole vibe of the concert, really. But nevertheless, it was very cool to see Tool live. I noticed that like people like everywhere. This ties back to the point of like nobody talking to me at the concert. Um, I noticed like people like everywhere but the concert. They talked to me, like they saw me in the Tool shirt. They recognized that it was Tool and like the band. Like, hey, you were at the concert yesterday? I was like, yeah. Like people at the airport. When I went to the airport after the day after, it was like two people, an older couple from Spain, or no, they were from Canada, but they lived in Spain, which is cool that they fucking like, you know, casually talk to me. But anyway, they noticed that like I had a Tool shirt on, but they didn't really know what Tool was. They just knew that it was a concert. That like they had talked to people before about that, and they recognized the same shirt. I was like, yeah, it was cool. It was cool. It just was there a lot of people? Yeah, it was full, but you know, it's only seated. There's no, and also said like there's no it's pretty soft music in comparison to, you know, it's not like death metal, you know. And they were like, oh, so there's no mosh pits then? I was like, no, there's only seated. That's like, oh, okay. That was cool, like to just casually chat, you know. And then also another guy on the airport recognized the shirt, and I was like, hey, what was the coolest? Well, first of all, yeah, were you at the concert yesterday? And I was like, yeah, of course. And then I was like, so what's your favorite song? What was the best song they played? I was like, it's gotta be Jambi, I think. So yeah, good choice, good choice. So yeah, anyway, I talked to more people at the airport than at the whole freaking arena, which was filled with people like with the same interest, being Tool. And then yeah, I went to Copenhagen the day after to see Opeth, and that was very cool. There was one person talking to me, I think. But it was really cool. It's a very much smaller gig though, at the Amager Bio, which I've been to once before in 2016, seeing Ugly Kid Joe there, which was cool. It was also a good concert. Um, so yeah, that was a very cool sort of deviation from normal life. You know, like seeing two very cool bands live during 2 days. Yeah, and the first show could have gotten a little. I could have had a way better experience. But anyway, I'll just catch him next time if there is gonna be a next time for two. Like, I don't know if they're gonna come to Sweden, but I have a feeling that they will. At least once more. Probably way more, you know. Um, because many, like, if I understand it correctly, a lot of the guys in the band, they want to do more shows. Or no, they want to, like, record more material, more albums and stuff. And I assume that would mean also more shows. But, yeah, hopefully, I think there's a Tool album in the making, which we will get in the upcoming 5 years or something. You know, they have talked about it like that there is an album in the making, but also that like it may not come very soon. But I think there's gonna come out another Tool release, whatever it is, an EP or an LP, in the next 5 years or so. I have a feeling about that. Hopefully, at least. Then there will be 10 years since Fear Inoculum, if it comes out in like 2029. But anyway, it's gonna be very worth it, you know. Because Tool is a band, it's like, I think, quality over quantity, and that's what they're going for as well. And I think so at least. Um, so yeah, I'm very. I would want like, you know, more quality releases rather than just pushing out albums. But of course, like do it in your own pace. You know, if you want to push out more albums, do that. If you wanna take your time, you know, then do that. You know, just do what your heart tells you to do. So yeah, that was my little story time, which I recorded now in 40 minutes. Because I don't know, it's Saturday and I'm sort of, you know, a bit tired sort of mentally from the work week. Because why I've been away for such a long time, like, I don't know, almost 2 months, it's because I'm working now full time. And this is just over the summer though. So there's a couple of weeks left. And then in autumn and on for like 2 years, I will be studying to become an IT guy, you know? So, yeah, I think it is something for me. I guess I'll have to wait and see, and I think I do realize that very quickly, if I think it's interesting or not. But I have a feeling, I'm like 70% that it is for me and I'm gonna do it. So then I will have a bit more like, you know, future safe job or whatever, you know. I will be a bit more than I am now. Like, I am not really, you know, I do have like an education, but it's not like, you know, it's not really for like any type of specific job, you know. 1 second, gotta hydrate. It is not really for any specific job. So it's like, you know, when I study for this IT thing, it's gonna be way better for me and way more future safe, or, you know, whatever you wanna call it. But also, yeah, like after I finish this job, then I just might start uploading way more, because like I have so little like time and energy to do so now. But hopefully this video will be uploaded. Otherwise I've wasted like an hour just talking to the camera. I have to edit this down a bit, quite a lot, you know, probably release it in parts. And yeah, so hopefully I will start uploading more regularly than when I quit the job, or when I'm finished with the job, you know. And also when I start studying. So hopefully it will all work out fine in the end. And yeah, I've also been finishing my next song or demo, which will be a very big step up, I think. I think it's a very cool sort of song that will be released August 9th, I think. Yep, August 9th, everywhere. So you can pre-save it if you want to. It's called Crumble. So I will link the song in the description to a pre-save for whatever. I think I can do a landing page. So just pre-save it anywhere. Or I don't know. Can you maybe like just pre-save it to Spotify maybe? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna link it in the description. If you're interested, that would be amazing. As I said, it's a very big step up from my other songs, because this is a song of my next album. I have to finish those other like demos that I have out now, like put them into an album. But yeah, like this song will start like a new era sort of for me. This next album will be very more special, I think, for me. More special, way better, and way cooler. So, yeah, anyway, I think I sort of ticked off all the boxes here. Yeah, if you like this video, hit like, subscribe if you're new, and talk a bit in the comments. What do you want me to react to? What do you want me to listen to? What kind of videos do you want to see? And stuff like that. I think I may start uploading like very like mixed content on this channel. For example, this sort of like story time, whatever, and stuff like that. Some vlogs maybe. Yeah, thank you for all the support also, it means a lot. Thank you for these 5,000 subscribers. And it's still growing, even though I'm not like uploading regularly like at this moment, but I will try to start doing that. At least a video a week, you know. I could do that. But I've been busy like last weekend. I was mixing this song Crumble a lot, and I was sort of done with it. So yeah, I can possibly start uploading a bit more now, you know. But I guess we'll see in the future. Thank you all for watching, and hit like, subscribe, comment, all that stuff. And I will see you in the next video, hopefully. And I'll see you. Bye.